Back to Volunteer State Community College. We're on the campus in Gallatin, Tennessee for game number 2 of today's doubleheader with Alpena Community College. The Pioneers defeated Alpena 13-7 in the first game. As Brady Davis will step onto the mound to start game 2. This is Brady Davis's second start of his college career. It's his 6th appearance of the year. 8 1/3 innings, giving up 16 hits, 10 runs. They're earned, walked 3, struck out 9. He is looking to improve on his ERA as Brody Prairie did on his. Brody got the start in game 1 of the doubleheader, a freshman out of Clarksville, as is Brady Davis. Trying to find my. Where did that go? There we go. Got pitchers on one sheet and hitters on the other. Brady Davis on page 1 of my pitching sheet. 5'11", 165-pound right-hander from Clarksville High School, a Clarksville Wildcat. Business major, the son of Rodney and Ryan Davis. His sister is Faith. He's got a grandpa in Clarksville, Tennessee, as well as a Grammy in Clarksville, Tennessee. And he will face the Alpena lineup that goes like this: Max McCarty, Jake Zan, Evan Fairbanks, Brett Morshan, Nate Coster, J.J. Salas, Caden Banaski, A.J. Wheelock as the catcher. As the first pitch in there for a called strike. Nope, called ball. I apologize. All right, I need you to handle that right there while my man Alec Tromke is off handling some medical issues. So you got there you go. 1 ball, 1 strike, swing and a miss on a breaking pitch by McCarty. McCarty was 1 for 3 in game 1 of the doubleheader, scored a run, had a single. Pops that one out through right field. Luke Lawson on the move, but he's not going to be able to get that one. It falls in fair territory. He throws behind the runner, and McCarty is back. This is going to get fun, isn't it? I got you, Nathan. I'll handle it. I do it on road games. Runner at first, and Jake Zan is at the plate. First pitch fouled off. Alec Tromke now back. Everything okay with that rash you have? That personal problem? Oh, you're actually on the phone. High Point Health. Sumner. 0-1 pitch. Breaking pitch is high to Zan, playing shortstop here in game 2. Throw over to first, and McCarty is back. McCarty with a bloop. Single to right. Camera got moved here. Wonder how that happened. That's way off. Go to the wide look. Go to the wide one. There you go. Runner goes. Pitch, I believe, hits Zan. Oh, runners on first and second. After the bloop single, a hit by pitch brings Evan Fairbanks to the plate. Fairbanks hit a 2-run homer in his last at-bat of game 1. He was 1 for 4. That was his first big fly of the year. Davis from the stretch delivers. Popped up on the left side. A.J. Armstrong over in foul territory. Now coming back to fair territory, drops the ball. Not an infield fly roll, and they're going to get a out at second, throw to first, and a do-that double play. They called a infield fly roll. If fair, it did fall in fair territory. It didn't start out in fair territory, but they end up getting the runner at second base, Max McCarty, and it turned it. That's a triple play. It's not a do-that double play. That's a triple play on the flyout. So no runs, one hit, no errors, nobody left on base. Wow, what a start to game two. We'll be back with the bottom of the first after this short break.
Hey, Jake, that personal price you gave me was a home run. I can't wait to give you some free baseball lessons.
Man, I'm really excited about this myself. But you do realize the thing with Toyota and Gallatin is everybody gets the personal price. It's what makes us special.
Wait, what? Everybody gets it?
Everybody gets it.
Let's play ball.
Okay.
Jake, you ready?
Let's do this, Coach. Hey, Coach, this is pretty easy.
We'll see about that.
Oh, I think I pulled something.
Yeah, better luck next time, old man.
I think I'm done, Coach. Call 911.
Bottom of the first we go. Drew Plummer lead off. Be followed by Luke Lawson and Easton Denning. Plummer swings at the first pitch and foul tips it into the mitt of our new catcher, A.J. Wheelock. Plummer 1 for 4 in game one. He had a double. And he's going to take one in the middle of the back from Brendan D. Bartolomeo. Luke Lawson now steps in. He was also 1 for 3. All right, we all set, Alec? We good to go? All right, got my director back. Lawson does not square around a bunt, as Coster thought from third base. Nate Coster played an excellent third base in the first game. He's down there again here in game number 2. Lawson had a bunt single in game 1. Every batter in game 1 for VolState scored a run and collected a hit. 13 runs scored on 13 hits, and everybody had at least one. Bartolomeo misses low and outside. Easton Denning, Gage Hoover, Devin Thrain, and Lex Falsoni collected 2 hits each. There were 7 do-dat doubles. Swing and a miss by Lawson, and that pitch wasn't over the plate. I don't even think out of the hand of D. Bartolomeo. Home runs by Gage Hoover and Lex Falsoni. Falsoni's was a 3-run bomb. He had 4 RBIs in the game. Was a Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. Runner goes, popped up on the right side. That might be playable for Fairbanks, and he makes a diving attempt with his back to the plate and cannot come up with that one. Lawson survives to face another pitch from The right-hander is a sophomore from Rochester, Michigan, Brendan DiBartolomeo. My favorite name on Alpena's roster to say. This is his second appearance. He's thrown 2 1/3 innings, giving up a hit, a run. He throws over to first. 4 walks, a strikeout. He has now plunked 2 batters after hitting Drew Plummer right in the middle of the number 6 on his back. Lawson wears the number 4, and running on the play is Plummer. He'll pick up a stolen base as the pitch does go to the backstop, but Plummer gets credited with a stolen base since he was going on the play. Lawson, the only Pioneer to pick up a stolen base in game 1. Bartolomeo looking in for the sign to A.J. Wheelock, and they're having some trouble getting on the same page. He has a sign for the Full Count Ministries full count, and he gets hit by a pitch, does Luke Lawson on the full count pitch. So back-to-back hit by pitches for Plummer and Lawson, and that brings Easton Denning to the plate. Easton picked up 2 RBIs in game 1 on a 2-for-4 outing, single and a double. Easton now with 13 doubles on the season, 32 RBIs. Those lead the team in that category. Denning also leads the team in hits, at-bats, games played, games started. This is his 27th start of the year. It's the 27th game for VolState. The freshman from McMinnville. Powerful young hitter. Is too much time taken, so put a ball up on the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard and on our scoreboard on the stream. I'm going to have to see if I can figure out a way to get Toyota of Gallatin on top of our scoreboard there. I don't know if there's a way to put a logo. Yeah, we don't have that logo going, do we? He must have taken that off. Runners go, pitches high, no throw, and a double steal. Lawson and Plummer go back-to-back. Runners now at second and third. Denning, 6'3", 215-pound biology major here at VolState. Father Terry and mother Sierra Denning, and he's going to look at another pitch inside corner, and that has been the MO, is to pound Denning inside. Ruby, Willa, and Lawson probably still in school. Pappy and Nani at McMinnville. So he pops one up on the left side. Coster over right on the fair line and catches that in foul territory for out number 1. Denning looped underneath that one for a pop out. And Gage Hoover will step to the plate. So 2 on via the hit by pitch by Brendan DiBartolomeo. Hoover 2 for 4 in game 1. Solo home run and also a double. Had 1 RBI, scored twice. Mr. Baseball in 2023 and the Male Athlete of the Year at Stewart's Creek High School in 2023, his senior year. Also the quarterback on the football team. The All-American boy, Gage Hoover. Sophomore here at Volunteer State, 6'1", 215-pound left fielder. Pitch is in the dirt. Count goes 3 balls and no strikes. Gage, no stranger to seeing balls outside of the strike zone. He has walked 21 times, which leads the club. Got a 3-0 count here. And it is off-speed pitch, apparently a little high. It looked like it was right down the middle. maybe above the letters, and a 4-pitch walk has now loaded the bases. Devin Thrain steps to the plate. Just talked to his dad, Patrick, before the game, or in between games. He's here in attendance. Michelle, Devin's mom, is down in Florida visiting, I think, her sister. So Pat said. Driven high and deep to left field. Back goes J.J. Salas. Devin Thrain, right at the wall. Devin Thrain hitting the ball right into the wind. Cannot muscle that one over. I thought he got him one there. But instead, a sacrifice fly to drive in Plummer. Heads up base running there by Drew. That is out number 2. I thought he got one. Carson Sanders gets his first at-bat of the day. The DH, sophomore. Nice pitch there that started in the zone and landed just out, and Sanders able to hold up on that offering from D. Bartolomeo. Two balls, no strikes. Carson hitting 262. Has 11 hits on the year. Double, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Now the count goes 3 balls and no strikes. With A.J. Armstrong on deck, Drew Plummer scored the Framework Athletics first run of the game, driven in by Devin Thrain on the sac fly. Other 2 runners stayed put. There is ball 4 as D. Bartolomeo struggling to get the ball over the plate. He has hit 2 batters and he has walked 2 batters. Sacrifice fly drove in 1 and a pop out and that sac fly of 2 outs. Now the bases are loaded again. A.J. Armstrong at the plate. Looking to put a squiggly number up on the scoreboard. Some people call it a crooked number. Here in the bottom of the first, Armstrong backs away from the inside fastball. The USA flag out in dead center field is flying and being pushed to the right. The wind blowing from center field over to the right field wall. It's not extremely stiff, but it's a pretty decent breeze over there. So balls to center and right, probably going to travel a little better than that fly ball that Thrain hit to left field. He hit it about as far as he could hit it. J.J. Salas, the left fielder, went right to the wall and made the catch. 3-1 pitch, swung on and missed, and we'll have a full count. Ministries full count with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Runners on the move. Still no hits for the Pioneers. And the pitch is down, ball 4, and A.J. Armstrong, who also draws walks at a exorbitant pace, picks up a ball 4 and gets an easy RBI as Luke Lawson comes in to score the second run of the game. The Bartolomeo was the DH in game 1. Getting the start on the hill here. Pitching to the 9th batter in the lineup, Tucker Lorenz. He looks at a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Lorenz 1 for 3 in game 1. He had a line drive single and scored a run in game 1. Big hit right here would help the cause for the Pioneers. They've got single game tomorrow, a 9-inning game in conference against Pellissippi State, then a doubleheader on Friday. The series has moved up from Friday, Saturday to Thursday, Friday to try to avoid some weather that is anticipated on Saturday. I know here in Middle Tennessee we're supposed to get some rain. and some storms. Apparently Knoxville, where Pellissippi State's located, will as well. Line down the left field line. That will go foul. Count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs and the bases juiced. Thanks to Toyota of Gallatin for the beautiful scoreboard out there in left center field. Nice block there by Wheelock. Or it could be Wheelock. Spelled wheel. O-C-K. So it could be Wheelock or Wheellock. Take your pick. If you're from the Wheelock family and you want to let me know, send an email to treesports@gmail.com. 2-2 pitch. Tap toward the shortstop. Charging is Zan, throwing on the run, and he does not get Lorenz. It gets an infield single. And another run scores. That's Gage Hoover who's crossed the plate. Nice hustle there by Lorenz as he sniffed out an RBI and a infield single. There's the first hit of the game. As we finally get to through the 9th batter and the bases stay loaded, that'll bring Drew Plummer back to the plate. I'm one batter short here. I've just shorted J.C. Menendez. My bad, Juan Carlos. Nobody up here in the press box telling me, hey, no, that's not true. You guys are over there just talking amongst yourself. I can't hit. You're focusing on. That's good. That's good right there, Trig. He's saying, no, we're focusing on our job right here. You guys aren't looking at your phone while you're doing anything else. I know that. 0-1 pitch to Juan Carlos. He's got a grand slam in his bag. Got an opportunity right here. JC from Miami, Florida has 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. 4 of those RBIs came on a granny. Not going to get a Grammy this time. Granny this time as the wild pitch will score Sanders. VolState leads 4-0 on 1 hit in the inning. I thought we got to batter number 9 quickly, but Lorenz was the number 9 batter in the last game. Since I don't have Brady Davis written down in this 10th slot on my score sheet, threw me off. JC not seeing anything close to hit here, and he has a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Ball 4. So now 9 through, 4 walks, 2 hit batters. An infield single by Lorenz. Now we will get a visit from the pitching coach, and right-hander is getting loose down the right field line for Alpena, located in Alpena, Michigan, which according to the Google map says it's up in the upper northeast portion of the mitten that is Michigan. So it's not down south like Detroit, or although I don't know my geography very well in Michigan. I do like looking at maps though. Let's see if I can get to the great state of Michigan. There it is. Plum hits one high and deep out to right field. Back goes Banaski. Banaski's not going to get to that one. It's going to hit off the warning track. 3 runs will score, and Drew Plummer has cleared the bases with a dude-dat double. Plum's second double of the day, and he picks up 3 RBIs. Pioneers have put a touchdown and an extra point on the board here in the first. High fly ball that probably did not go as far as Devin Thrains did. Maybe not hit quite as hard. Second hit of the inning. But it was hitting the right location here at Pioneer Field the Tim Garrett Baseball Complex as the wind is blowing from center over to right field. Luke Lawson, who was also hit by a pitch like Drew Plummer, stands in there looking at ball one. Now ball two as another pitch gets in the dirt. Not the start that Di Bartolomeo was anticipating as they drove to Gallatin yesterday from Harriman, Tennessee, where they played Roan State. Lawson could not hold up on that off-speed pitch that went outside. Count goes 2 balls and a strike. 2 hits in the inning, no errors, but helped out by 2 hit batters and 3 walks. Off-speed pitch catches the inside corner to make that 4 walks. So 6 free passes. And all of those are scored, as well as Tucker Lorenz had an infield single. Nice slide by Wheelock there. Coach Bobby Hudson, the athletic director here at VolState, has now entered the building. Don't eat the rest of my sandwich there, Coach. Don't. I know it looks tasty. I made that breakfast. Brenner goes from second. And it is ball 4 and another stolen base for Plummer as he has 3 in the inning. 5th walk puts Lawson on. Runners now at the corners, brought to you by Line to Line and Game Time Sports Field. Easton Denning steps to the plate for the second time in the inning. I always look at this because I remember coming to the plate as the runner goes. Denning had just flied to right center field. Over is Banaski, and he makes the catch. The dreaded making 2 outs in 1 inning for Easton Denning. But Pioneers put 7 on the board with just 2 hits. Big help from Alpena pitcher as they claim a 7-0 lead after 1.
Hey, Jake, that personal price you gave me was a home run. I can't wait to give you some free baseball lessons.
Man, I'm really excited about this myself. But you do realize the thing with Toyota of Gallatin is everybody gets the personal price. It's what makes us special.
Wait, what? Everybody gets it?
Everybody gets it.
Let's play ball.
Okay.
Jake, you ready?
Let's do this, Coach. Hey, Coach, this is pretty easy.
We'll see about that.
Oh, I think I pulled something.
Yeah, better luck next time, old man.
I think I'm done, Coach. Call 911.
Top of the second inning, Alpena Lumberjacks will face Brady Davis for the second inning. 4, 5, and 6 to come to the plate. Brett Morishan, leadoff batter, hits ground ball to short. Lorenz stays down, gloves, and throws to Denning to retire Morishan. 1 pitch, 1 out. It's obligatory to say that. Every broadcaster has to say that. It's in a contract. Nate Coster's going to stand at the plate now. Nobody on, 1 out. He had a big fly in game 1. He was 2 for 3 in the contest. Scored twice. 2-run home run was a no-doubter to right field and nearly gets clipped by the pitch from Davis. Had 2 RBIs, also walked and struck out. As that pitch catches our home plate umpire, Matt Overton. Jesse Chesterfield has removed the home plate gear, and he's out there on the first base line. The 3-0? Sure, is it 3-0 pitch just hit the dead center field. Coster is flied out. Did you have 2-0 or 3-0?
Now batting, number 19, JJ Salas.
Swung on a 3-0 pitch right there. 2 outs here in the top of the second. JJ Salas will step to the plate. He had 2 plate appearances in game 1. Walked and struck out. Looks at ball 1. And now he's looked at ball 2. So 5 of the last 6 pitches that Davis has thrown have been out of the strike zone. The one that was in the strike zone was hit out to center field. There's one hit too deep to shortstop, and Denning has to go high, and he comes down right on the base after the high throw from Lorenz just to get Salas at first base for another 1-2-3 inning. Of course, the first inning was a little bit different than a 1-2-3 inning, but they only sent 3 to the plate. VolState will get the sticks again, up 7-0. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network.
Have you ever wondered what happens when you click Buy It Now? A whole series of transactions take place, from the manufacturer to your front door.
That is logistics and supply chain management.
At VolState, we offer end-to-end supply chain courses.
Going into the future, our students need to understand these processes.
A lot of business is dependent upon getting a product on time.
Students here at VolState are able to leave here with that knowledge.
Because the supply chain
Is counting on me.
We're all working in the cloud. But what really is the cloud? If you start pulling back the clouds themselves, you find out it's an infrastructure. Computer science is really computer engineering. Right now, Middle Tennessee is quickly becoming a growing tech hub with several IT companies that are looking for skilled workers. If you're pursuing the CIT program at VolState, you're preparing yourself to fill those positions.
New pitcher on the mound for Alpena Community College, number 5, Anthony Philippus. Right-handed sophomore from Auburn Hills, Michigan. I've heard of Auburn Hills. I think it's a suburb of Detroit. That's how I would feel. My knowledge of Michigan is rooted in a couple things. One, my brother used to live in just outside of Detroit in Farmington Hills, I believe. And then also Bob Seeger and the Silver Bullet Band. Most of those folks in the band, I think all of them in the original band, were from Michigan. So during one of his live albums, he introduces where everybody's from. I believe that he was from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Bob Seeger, one of my favorite, if not my favorite, rock and roll singer as I was growing up. Gage Hoover at the plate. He walked in the first inning and scored one of the 7 runs. And he has drilled one way out of here in right center field. Gage Hoover has just left the building for the second time today. A solo shot. He just can't get anybody on base. It's hard to hit a 2-run homer when you're leading off the inning. And he gets another solo home run. That is his 5th of the season. He led off the second inning in the same way in game 1. That time, though, he went to left center field. This time he went to right center field as Devin Thrain steps to the plate. He hit one today as far as you could hit one to left center or left field without leaving the yard. The bases were loaded. Did drive in a run with a sac fly, but hit it into the wind in left field. Has to back away from that pitch, so D-Train at the plate with nobody on, nobody out. What a way to greet a new arm out of the visiting dugout. Gage Hoover goes out of here to deep right center field on a no-doubter. He hit it toward the gap, didn't he? He hit it in the gap. They're a big, huge white distribution center building. Goes on forever. I mean, it starts in right field and goes all the way out to left center field. It's a long building as Thrain has walked.
Carson Sanders.
I mean, Nathan Stewart sounds like a totally different person on that public address announcement. He apparently an alter ego. We're gonna have to come up with a different name for. I mean, we can't go with Stewie. That's what everybody calls him. Carson Sanders fouls the first pitch he sees, straight back. He walked and also scored in the first. D. Bartolomeo goes 1 inning, gives up 2 hits, 7 runs. They were all earned. Walked 5 batters. Did not strike out a batter. Faced 12. Did plunk 2 of our Pioneer batters. Throw over to first. Thrain is back. Head first. Reed Mashinsky not playing in today's doubleheader. Upper body injury is that off-speed pitch misses up. Injured himself, I think, sliding into second base, he told me. The redshirt sophomore from Bradenton, Tennessee, normal right fielder. Hard shot grounder to second. Gross will try to and will get the out at second base. The toss is now going to turn into a double play, apparently. No throw made, but apparently Devin Thrain did not arrive into second base in the proper manner. So a 4-6, not sure if they completely indicate 4-6-3 on that. We'll see how they score that down there in the VolState dugout. Now 2 outs as they called interference on Devin Thrain at second base. That resulted in Carson Sanders being called out. So nobody on as A.J. Armstrong steps to the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike to the third baseman. He hits one high and deep out to right center field. And back goes Banaski. It's going to hit off the top of the fence. Armstrong will drop the anchor at second base with a doodad double. Armstrong missed a home run by about 5 feet. That's his second doodad double of the day. He was 1 for 4 in game 1. A 13-7 victory by VolState to get their 20th win of the year. And that is the 101st win at VolState for Jim McGuire. He got his 100th win on Monday in game 2 against Kishwaukee. He now has 483 overall wins as Loren stands in, looks at a called strike. A.J. Armstrong has reached both times he's come to the plate. He walked with the bases loaded in the first inning, drove in a run. The Wrens can't hold up on the slow breaking pitch there out of the hand of Anthony Philippus. Still not sure about that. Breaking pitch misses outside. Saw Kyle Tossinson here earlier. He saw him between games. He's the husband of Dr. Wendy L. Tostenson, the new president here at VolState. They're super fans. Right on the outside corner, and that will set Lorenz down with strike 3. Pioneers scoring the solo home run by Gage Hoover to lead off the inning. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. 7 in the first for VolState, followed up with 1 in the second, lead 8-0. You're listening and watching on Channel 19 cable access television and on the VolState Sports Network on YouTube.
Every day, all around the nation, people find themselves in need of a hero. Fire and emergency medical responders are those heroes we need. They make the difference between life and death. If you desire to make a difference in your community, VolState is leading the way in training everyday heroes. We offer EMS, paramedic, and fire science programs. Spring 2024 enrollment is now open. Visit volstate.edu to learn more. The demand for mechatronics professionals is on the rise. Students get to earn a wage and college credit simultaneously via our work-based learning program. This hands-on experience gives them a competitive edge in the job market. Industries like automotive, aerospace, electronics, healthcare, and even mining rely heavily on these systems. These positions offer competitive salaries and a chance to contribute to the cutting-edge technologies that are shaping the world around us. Join us in pioneering the future of manufacturing through the power of mechatronics. Visit volstate.edu to start blazing your pathway now. Classes are available now at the Gal.
Tim Reese back on the VolState Sports Network. Move to the top of the 3rd inning. Brady Davis back out on the mound. His second collegiate start. He has a 2-1 record, looking to pick up win number 3. Fly ball out to left center field. Devin Thrain with the glove up should have a play, and he will. He kept his lid on during that fly ball off the bat of Caden Banaski. Now, 5 straight retired by Davis, the true freshman out of Clarksville High School in Clarksville, Tennessee. That's the home of Fort Campbell. Nice breaking pitch snapped off there to A.J. Wheelock. He's getting his first at-bat of the day. He is the catcher here in Game 2. I don't have height and weight on the roster that I have, but A.J. Wheelock, a freshman from Rockford, Michigan. Can't hold up on another breaking pitch outside, and he's down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sounded a little froggy today after 18 basketball games. Swing and a miss, and there is a Chick-fil-A of Gallatin strikeout. 18 games in 5 days down in Southwest Tennessee Community College in Memphis, Tennessee for the TCCAA Women's and Men's Conference Tournament. Ground ball to short. This could be a quick inning. Lorenz gloves, throws over to Denning, and that retires the side. We'll keep it right here. I forgot to get to our Allie Cassidy Brick and Stone Alumni Spotlight last game, so I'm going to make sure to do 2 of them right now and tell you about our alumni patio that we are collecting money for. We are paying tribute to as many Pioneer baseball player alumni that we can. I'll have to actually count the number of bricks that we have names on out there, but our alumni spotlight for today, we have 2 of them. Jeff King, an outfielder and first baseman, played here in 1977. And Coach Tom Kirby, who was the very first baseball coach from 1973 to 1979. Coach Bobby Hudson, the athletic director now here at VolState, has been around for a long time. Coach, you remember, of course, Tom Kirby. Okay, Bobby was. That's right. You would have been. You're around my age, so in the late 70s, you'd have been high school and then heading to VolState to begin your college career. Jeff King in 1977, played for Tom Kirby. And they have their names on bricks out in the Alley Cassidy Brick and Stone alumni patio. And if you would like your son or grandson to get theirs done as well, it's all it is $100. You can send me an email at treesports@gmail.com or bobby.hudson@volstate.edu or jim.mcguire@volstate.edu, and we'll get you the information that it takes to get that done. We do want to thank Alley Cassidy Brick and Stone for their support of Vol State baseball, and my good buddy Randy West, and got a Alley Cassidy hat right there. Carter Waltz brought that hat up to me as super fan number 2, Kyle Tostenson, coming to the press box. 2 balls, no strikes to J.C. Menendez, now 3-0 count, as he walked and scored in the first. But Carter Walt's dad, Richard Waltz, is the division manager of the Alley Cassidy Brick and Stone yard up in Clarksville. So thank you, Richard, for the hat. And thank you, Alley Cassidy. Keith Green is the division manager as J.C. Menendez fouls that pitch off. We'll have a full count. Ministries full count. Keith Green, the division manager here at the Gallatin Yard. Richard Waltz, the DM up in Clarksville. Randy West, one of the owners of Alley Cassidy, used to be my neighbor right across the street. 3-2 pitch lands low and away. Menendez reaches on another walk. Second walk of the game for Anthony Philippus, who's on in relief of Brendan D. Bartolomeo. As now Drew Plummer steps in for the third time. Hit by a pitch and scored in the first. And his second at-bat in the first drove in 3 runs. And this one's going to get down into right center field. Falls right in front of Banaski for a little bleeder for Plum. He's 2 for 2. Makes him 3 for 6 on the afternoon. Plum came in hitting .307, so that batting average will go up. And Luke Lawson steps to the plate. He's 0 for 0 in 2 at-bats. Been hit by a pitch and walked. Luke Lawson, redshirt freshman, looks at a pitch right down Broadway. Luke came in hitting .286. 4 hits on the year. He picked up a bunt single in the first game of the doubleheader. Jaden Perez coming out to pick up apparently a ball that got loose from the bullpen. Might see Jaden in a pinch hit role here later on in this game. 8-0. Sliced foul to the right side. On deck, Easton Denning, he can hardly wait to get to the plate. I guarantee it. He's 0 for 2 in this game and chomping at the bit to get back in the batter's box. Tapper foul. Philippus does not throw hard, and some of what he throws seems to die as soon as he gets to the plate. So you think you're going to get a pitch to really turn on, and the next thing you know, it's in the dirt or below the knees. Lawson crouches at the plate. 2 runners on and pops one foul out of play. We really need an auto glass company to, although fouling a ball off to the right side, you're not going to hit a windshield. You foul it off to the left side, if you're parked over in the parking lot between the baseball field and the Pickle Fieldhouse, you better hope those pine trees catch it or that you're far enough away. Another 0-2 pitch coming to the right fielder for Vol State looks back at second base for a long time and now delivers. Pitch low and inside, nearly hit Lawson. The pitcher has 20 seconds to receive the ball back from the catcher. Tell me if I'm wrong here, boys. 20 seconds. by the time he receives it from the catcher to the time that he delivers the pitch, from the time he goes into his motion. Is that correct? The pitch is high, and Jesse Chesterfield, the base umpire, is the clock operator for that violation. There's a quick pitch right there. Line drive right at the second baseman. Underhand to second to double off Menendez. Lawson lines into a double play. Not a whole lot JC could have done about that. Although they say, sometimes they say freeze on a line drive. Some say get back on a line drive, but Lane Gross, the second baseman. That ball's hit high and deep out to right field. Banaski is going to see that one fall at the base of the fence, and Mr. Doubles, Easton Denning Doubles, gets another dude at double. He's trying to lift and separate and drive one out of here, but he apparently didn't have his Lucky Charms or his Wheaties or what else was that? What do you eat there, Chomsky? You a Captain Crunch? Oh, you're just nothing but steak and eggs for breakfast. Easton now 1 for 3. I had a little small bowl of mini wheats. Gage Hoover stands at the plate. Don't think it can't happen because it's happened already. He's hit more than one home run in a game. He's hit 3. A double right there would have driven in some runs, and he's hit one high out to left field. I'm not sure if it's got enough. Back, and it is out of here. Gage Hoover with his second multi-home run game of the year. And he has 3 on the day. That is number 6. A 2-run, make it a 3-run bomb for Gage Hoover. Definitely had the height. Just a question of whether the wind was going to hold it up. But it just got over and just to the left of the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard. VolState now leads 11-0. Devin Thrain stands. Sacrifice fly on an RBI in the first. Walked. And was the lead portion of a 4-6-3 double play that really was not, the throw was not made to first base, but they determined that Devin Thrain was interfered with Jake Zan, the shortstop. Popped up, that'll get out of play. Off to the right side. Pioneers 7 in the first, 1 in the second, 3 so far here in the third. Lead 11-0. Won game 1, 13-7. Trying to get an 8-game winning streak. I'll have to look back and see when the last 8-game winning streak VolState baseball had. Fly ball out to right center field. Banaski and McCarty. McCarty will take this one and make the catch out near the warning track for out number 3. And the side is retired. 3 runs on 3 hits. The big blow, Gage Hoover's second consecutive home run. There were back-to-back hits in that inning, and brought to you by Hit After Hit. VolState leads 11-0 on 7 hits.
Welcome to the VolState Nursing Lab. The simulation lab allows students to come in a safe environment and practice real-world patient care without worrying about harming patients. We have 5 high-fidelity mannequins that we use with our nursing students in our lab to simulate real-world scenarios that they're going to see once they're out in the hospitals working. We have an adult mannequin, as you see here. She simulates everything from a normal patient to wounds, to trachs, IVs, you can give her medications. We have pediatric mannequins, we have a mom mannequin. We also have other models to where students can start IVs, they can put tubes and drains in, they can remove tubes and drains, do wound care. Also, if we lose clinical placement, then students can still simulate those real-world experiences in the lab to get the same experience and be prepared when they graduate and enter the workforce as a nurse.
So a concrete call to the bullpen for the Pioneers. Braxton Alexander, redshirt sophomore, 6 foot, 195-pound left-hander from Woodbury, Tennessee. He's a Cannon County High School Lion. He's a pre-nursing major, the son of Brian and Andrea Alexander, and the big brother to Andrew, and the grandson of Papa and Mimi in Reedville. Medical redshirt last year, 2023, 3 appearances, 3 innings of work, struck out 3 batters. This year, BA is got a 2.08 ERA. This is his 6th appearance of the year. He has 1 save, 4 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, only 1 earned, 7 walks, 5 strikeouts for Braxton Alexander, one of 11 players on this roster that are part of the full count 242 group. It's a discipleship group. 242 is after the second chapter of Acts, chapter or verse 42. Talks about teaching and fellowship, prayer, and 4. Why am I not remembering? Back to the top of the lineup, Max McCarty. Look it up, Acts 2:42. That's what we're trying to do with these young men. 7 sophomore pitchers, or redshirt sophomore pitchers, Braxton Alexander and Parker White, who are 2 of them that have pitched today. Brady Davis faced 9 batters. There's a ground ball to second. Plummer gloves, and he throws a strike to Denning, and the first batter retired by Alexander here in the 4th. Oh, we've got all right, we've got a change. It's not DP. That's not Drew Plummer. Elijah Harris now has entered the game at second base. Thank you. Now you're producing. You're producing information. That boy, Alec Tromke. Oh, that was you. You just passed it down. Any other changes in the defense? One count now to Jake Zan. Need somebody with the binos to tell me who we got. Cooper, okay. Does that look like Jaden Nope, still Luke Lawson in right. Okay, Cooper Wallace now the new left fielder. So Gage Hoover won't have a chance to hit 3 home runs in the game as he's been taken down, popped up. That'll get out of play. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Lumberjack shortstop. Started game 1 at second base, moved over at short. Later in the game, got the start at shortstop here. Was hit by a pitch in the first inning. Fouls another one off. Like these baseballs don't cost any money. We did not get to our game time temperature, which was 78 degrees, brought to you by Accurate Mortgage. Speaking of Gage Hoover, Mike and Angie Hoover, his parents, Mike Hoover at Accurate Mortgage. That ball's drilled out to right center field. Devin Thrain on the hop, and he's not going to get to that one. It will hit the line-to-line sign out in right center field, and that's a 1-out double for Jake Zan. Zan's first hit of the day. Brings to the plate Evan Fairbanks. So Elijah Harris, the new second baseman. Cooper Wallace, the new left fielder. I would assume they're going to go in to the spots where players they replaced in the field bat. So Cooper Wallace will get into the cleanup spot. Braxton Alexander steps off. That's his one and only disengagement. One out, one on at the plate. Evan Fairbanks, the first baseman. Elijah Harris will be in the leadoff spot where Drew Plummer was. And now Alexander ahead in the count to Fairbanks, a lefty on lefty matchup after Jake Zan doubled into the right center field gap. Max McCarty had grounded out. There's a line drive to Wallace. He makes the catch, the throw into second base. But Zan is back in time. Now 2 outs. Brings up the DH, Brett Morishan. Morishan is 0 for the day. He's 0 for 5. Reached twice in game 1, both on errors by the shortstop, Tucker Lorenz. Also struck out once. And he grounded out to Lorenz in his first at-bat in this game. Fouls that one straight back. And Braxton Alexander getting ahead. See how many innings Braxton gets. Brady Davis, 3 innings of work, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Did plunk 1 lumberjack. Alexander pitched on Monday through an inning in the 3rd. He gets a swinging strikeout. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A of Gallatin, right down the road. As you head into Gallatin, picks up his first strikeout. We'll see if he comes back out for the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Heading to the bottom of the 4th. VolState leads 11-0.
Man, thanks to that ball and personal price you gave me, I was able to scoop me up some new kicks.
Really? I like those. You look like you're ready for a marathon now.
You know, on second thought, we're always looking for some fresh talent. Have you thought about going back and playing?
Really? Man, have I ever. Wow.
Go to the goal. There you go, buddy. Jake.
You for real, Coach?
Yeah.
Welcome back to Gallatin, Tennessee. We're on the campus of Volunteer State Community College for today's midweek doubleheader against Alpena Community College. VolState, bunch of games this week. We had 2 on Monday against Kishwaukee. They won a doubleheader. Carson Sanders stands in at the plate. He is 0 for 1, a walk, and I guess on paper it had to be shown as a 4-6-3 double play. Hit a ground ball to the second baseman, Lane Gross, who flipped to Zan at short, but Zan could not make a throw, and in the judgment of the base umpire, he was interfered with by Devin Thrain. So 4-6-3 double play by Sanders. Did not play in game 1. Looking to get his first hit leading off here in the 4th, facing Anthony Philippus. Take your pick. Got a slow breaking pitch there on the inside. Could not wait back enough, did foul it off. Pioneers with a 3-game series against Pellissippi State, then back home on 6 days as a ground ball to third. Coster throws in the grass, but it's a nice hop for Fairbanks to retire Sanders.
AJ Armstrong.
A.J. Armstrong stands in. Very memorable walk-up song, the Star Wars theme. As one listener told me that Anakin was the name of Darth Vader. So that's where that comes from. Change. Armstrong 1 for 4 in game one. He had a double to the wall in right center field. He had another one. Fouls that one straight back. Worst thing you can have as a broadcaster is a sneezing fit. That's what I'm in the middle of right now. That's two of them right there back to back. Normally, Alec, I do 3 in a row. See if I can suppress this on the 2-2 pitch. It's high and deep to left field, but AJ knows even if it goes out, it's foul. J.J. Salas, we believe, is still the left fielder. He can't get to that one. Not sure where it went, but up. Stayed in the field of play. It might have bounced around in the bullpen. 2-2 pitch again, and A.J. Armstrong going to have to wait for his next at-bat as that pitch catches the outside corner for a called strike 3. A.J. walked with the bases loaded in the first. See what RBI number that was for A.J. That was his 8th RBI and his 15th walk of the year. Lorenz rips a single into right field. I want to see Tucker Lorenz start getting hot. He's 2 for 3 in this game. Didn't wait to get deeper in the count there as Gavin King is our bat boy. He's medical red shirt here this year after transferring from, what's the name of that college in Florida he was at? Florida Southwestern Junior College. Are they number 1? Ground ball up the middle. Zan can't collect that one, and Menendez is going to reach on the E6. First error of the game for Alpena. And Elijah Harris is going to get his first at-bat of the day. He is in for Drew Plummer. Plum went 2 for 2, 3 RBIs, and scored twice. He was hit by a pitch as well, so his day is over. And Elijah Harris, good-looking player, a freshman from Cynthiana, Kentucky, looks at a called strike. Middle infielder, he can play short or second. 5'8", 180-pound freshman from Harrison County High School in Cynthiana, Kentucky. He got a hanging breaking ball and just got under that one. Out to Salas in left field, and he can't make the catch. 1 run's going to score, 2 outs, and might have a little bit to say to the runners on base who didn't seem to really be hustling all that hard. Lorenz does come in to score. Mendez gets to third. Not sure that he would have been able to run fast enough to get home, but Elijah Harris, no RBIs. That will be an L. They gave a hit out there on the scoreboard, but I'm going to guess that might get changed when Jim McGuire comes in. That should have been handled. That was not a sun fly ball like the one in the first game with Luke Lawson. So I'm putting E7. VolState puts another run on the board, so we need whoever's running the scoreboard to put that on there. Luke Lawson at the plate. He's been on twice, been hit by a pitch and walked, lined into a double play. Harris down to second base on the dropped fly ball. A right-hander getting loose in the Lumberjack bullpen down the right field line. There we go. Whoever's operating the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard finally got the 12th run on the board. Lawson chased a pitch out of the zone there. Game like this, you don't want to walk. You want to get a pitch to hit. Looking at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. And the pitch swung on and missed. And Lawson goes down on strikes on the slow slider that lands low and outside in the dirt. Second strikeout of the inning. VolState scores 1 unearned run on 1 hit. There were 2 errors in the inning, 2 runners left on base. We are through 4, and Alpena's going to have to score 3 to stay in this game. VolState leads by a dozen.
Have you ever wondered what happens when you click Buy It Now? A whole series of transactions take place, from the manufacturer to your front door.
That is logistics and supply chain management.
At VolState, we offer end-to-end supply chain courses.
Going into the future, our students need to understand these processes.
A lot of business is dependent upon getting a product on time.
Students here at VolState are able to leave here with that knowledge.
Because the supply chain
Is counting on me.
We're all working in the cloud. But what really is the cloud? If you start pulling back the clouds themselves, you find out it's an infrastructure. Computer science is really computer engineering. Right now,
Middle Tennessee is quickly becoming a growing tech hub with several IT companies that are looking for skilled workers.
if you're pursuing the CIT program at VolState, you're preparing yourself to fill those positions.
Some defensive changes for head coach Jim McGuire. Center field, Brody Prairie, the starting pitcher in game one, is out to replace Devin Thrain in center field, and Abe Goolsby, the new first baseman, down here in the top of the fifth inning. Goolsby, 6'3", 215-pound freshman from right here in Gallatin, Tennessee, the son of Keith and Molly Goolsby from Dixon Springs. As a older sister and brother, Amy and Adam Amy, a VolState alum. Adam played baseball at Lee University, played over there with a young man that I know, Matthew Batts. Hello to Uncle Bryant, Uncle Rick, Aunt Mary, Uncle Wes in the Goolsby group. As Braxton Alexander out there to try to nail this one down for VolState. Get a 5-inning mercy rule game. Swing and a miss from Nate Coster, who flew out to center field in his first at-bat in this game. Nate was 2 for 3 in game one. He hit a 2-run home run and also singled. J.C. Menendez says, "There's not enough stitches on that baseball. Throw it out." Two-one pitch coming from B.A. Braxton Alexander. A nice pitch there on a slider. J.C. Menendez's family, they are super fans. Ozzie and Ileana Menendez, his parents, they've been up here visiting from Miami. Hello to Papa and Abby in Miami, his grandparents. And Grandma Sarah and Ray also down in Miami. JC is an accounting major from Miami, Florida, Immaculate LaSalle High School, redshirt freshman. Didn't get that in during his 2 walks. Full Count Ministries, full count. It misses inside, and there is a base on balls, first of the game for Braxton Alexander, who came on in relief of Brady Davis. 3 innings and 1 hit, 1 strikeout, 1 hit by pitch, but he faced the minimum 9 as VolState turned a triple play in the first inning. It's an unusual triple play, but a triple play nonetheless. Swing and a miss by Salas. With 2 runners on, first and second, Evan Fairbanks hit a pop-up that looked like it was going to land in foul territory on third base, down the third base line in the infield. But it was high enough that the umpires called an infield fly rule if fair. Well, A.J. Armstrong did not catch it. It landed in fair territory. That pitch splits the plate right there, and it count goes 1-2. And he picked it up. He throws to second base. They make the tag on the runner, who is Max McCarty down at second base. He gets tugged out. That lined into right field. That'll get down in front of Luke Lawson for a base hit. Lawson comes up and shows off the hose. Two runners have reached here in the 5th. And then after the tag was made of McCarty at second base, Jake Zan had gotten too far off the bag at first base, and so Drew Plummer threw on to Easton Denning at first, and they made the tag as Zan was coming back. So a dudette triple play. Maybe the first since I've been broadcasting here at VolState. But set up nicely now for another one as Caden Banaski stands in with nobody out and runners at first and second. Now 3 hits in this game for Alpena. They're out of Michigan. Swing and a miss. Nice slider by Braxton Alexander. VolState played Glen Oaks Community College a little over a month ago, and just in and out, I guess, as maybe a tipped ball, or maybe it must have been tipped. JC upset that he didn't cleanly catch that one. It fell at his feet. But Glen Oaks Community College is in, I believe, the same conference as Alpena. They are the MCCAA. Slider low and inside. Looks like Alexander going strictly to that breaking pitch. So that's the Michigan Community College Athletic Association. And Alpena is in that. Glen Oaks is in that. I believe Schoolcraft, teams that VolState has played. Popped up. This will not get to be in fair territory. Menendez coming over, and he makes the catch at the Alpena on deck circle for out number 1. Nice play by JC.
Now batting number 14.
So no chance now of another triple play as A.J. Wheelock will come to the plate. Who else has VolState played from the MCCAA? Inquiring minds want to know. But before we do that, let's check to see if anybody sent in another email to the email box. Swing and a miss by Wheelock. I finally get an email from Grandma Homer. Graham Homer. She's going to send us some extra cookies from Paul and Graham. He had a great game. He said that you listen to every game, Grandma Homer. Good thing Gage isn't a pitcher, though. Nobody has a pitcher that needs to be named Homer or even have anybody in their family named Homer. Ground ball up the middle. This could do it. Harris will glove, step on the bag, throw to first, and there is a game-ending dudette double play. Just what the doctor ordered for the Pioneers, as this one belongs to VolState. Pioneer pitchers pitch a shutout as Wheelock grounds into the 4-3 double play to end the contest. No runs, 1 hit in the inning, no errors, and one runner left on base. As Alexander goes 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, walked 1 batter, struck out a batter, and faced 8. VolState moves to 21-6 on the year. They scored 12 runs on 9 hits. They do not commit an error in this game. Alpena, no runs, 3 hits. It's kind of unusual. The teams will shake hands together. I like it. Matter of fact, in some games in summer baseball, we'll all gather around pitcher's mound and have a prayer after the game. I'll pray that Alpena gets home safely tonight. Ron Henderson also sent in. Let's see. Ron from Florida watching the game. Jake Zan's great nephew. If you can say hello to the Zan clan. That's awesome. From Ron Henderson. Just saw his email there and tucked in amongst some of the others that I received from other email addresses that I have. So thank you, Ron. Hopefully you're still listening in, as the Zan clan hopefully still is as well. Alpena falls to 1-11 in our Toyota of Gallatin. Player of the game's got to be Gage Hoover. Gage goes 2 for 2 and collects 3 more RBIs and 2 more home runs. He is now up to 6. Scored 3 runs in the contest as he drew a walk. A great outing by Brady Davis as he faced the minimum of 9 batters, 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs. Braxton Alexander, 2 innings of relief, 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And VolState, as I said, moves to 21-6 on the season and will travel to Knoxville tomorrow to take on Pellissippi State in first ever action between the two teams on the baseball diamond. I believe the VolState women have already taken care of business against Pellissippi Lady Panthers in softball. Pretty lopsided victories, I believe, there. But the Pellissippi State Panther baseball team, they beat Walter State 2 out of 3 in their earlier action, and the 2 pitchers who threw for Pellissippi were then named the co-pitchers of the week that week. So Pellissippi's got some studs for at least 2 of the 3 games. So VolState, as the series was moved up to Thursday, Friday due to weather, will play the 9-inning game tomorrow and a doubleheader on Friday. Alpena will get a day of rest tomorrow as they will visit Nashville, Music City, USA before they head back home. They play next on, well, they're not going to spend too much time down here. They're supposed to play Minnesota North College Hibbing on Friday afternoon. So I guess they're going to get back tomorrow late and then get up Friday and play a home game. That's 3 o'clock Eastern. And then a weekend series in Perrysburg, Ohio to take on Owens Community College. So good luck to the Lumberjacks as they continue their season. Winning pitcher today will be Brady Davis. He moves to 3-1. Losing pitcher is Brendan D. Bartolomeo, and he will get his first loss in 1 decision. So he falls to 0-1, no save. And let's get to our Full Count Ministries verse of the game, and that is found in Isaiah 41, verse 10, brought to us by Caden Trigg, our DJ today. It says, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." You find that in the Old Testament in the book of Isaiah, one of the major prophets. Chapter 41, verse 10. That's an excellent verse right there if you're into memory verses. But you'll hear that from time to time. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. And that is extremely comforting to a believer there. And we got to our Toyota of Gallatin player of the game, Gage Hoover. So we have taken care of business here today. It's great to be back on the broadcast, folks, after so many basketball games and missing 6 straight wins for VolState. It's now 8 in the win column as Pioneers will try to keep it rolling again tomorrow in Pellissippi. Back here at home in 6 days to take on Calhoun Community College in a doubleheader. I'm planning, Lord willing, to broadcast that right here on the VolState Sports Network. Been broadcasting also on Channel 19, Comcast, I believe, cable access channel here in Gallatin. And then we'll have a weekend series here at home against Cleveland State a week from this Friday. 9-inning game on Friday at 2 o'clock. Doubleheader Saturday. So we are home after the Pellissippi State weekend series. Pioneers are home for Calhoun doubleheader, then the Cleveland State weekend series, then the midweek games against BC Athletics, then another weekend series. This will be out of conference, taking on a doubleheader with Wabash Valley. That's on a Saturday. And then back home again for another weekend with Motlow State. So until April 5th, VolState, after the Pellissippi weekend, will be at home. So if you can't join us here in Gallatin, if I'm healthy and planning on being, I'll be broadcasting every home game for the VolState Pioneer baseball team. So that'll do it from Pioneer Field here at the Tim Garrett Baseball Complex, where the Pioneers have taken a doubleheader from Alpena Community College, 13-7 and 12-0. So for Dr. Wendy Tostenson, the president of VolState, athletic director Bobby Hudson, and head coach Jim McGuire, now with 102 wins as a VolState head coach and 484 overall. This is Tim Reese saying God bless you. Thank you again for your support of VolState baseball and for this ball club game after game. We'll talk to you again real soon right here on the VolState Sports Network.